On the dividend news, we do have Citigroup, which hiked its dividend by 7.1% to 60 cents quarterly. And we also have JP Morgan Chase, which approved a new 50 billion share repurchase program and plans to hike its quarterly dividend by from $1.40 to $1.50 per share. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 297 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what I bought, what I sold, what dividends came in, and in general what I am doing. But guys, I'm going to be showing you guys why it is so nice to invest, well, I guess dollar cost average and invest for the long term, and you will be making money and eventually you will be able to live off of that investment. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the portfolio, which you guys already know that the portfolio, we come back every single Sunday. We see how much we grew the dividend snowball. So right now, this is our monthly projected dividend income. So $143.26 a month. By the end of the video, we should see this much higher because I continue to dollar cost average into the portfolio, buying shares and, accumulating more shares that in the long term, I am invested in double-digit 5-year CAGR companies that really have really low dividend yields right now, but I believe in 5, 10, 15 years from now, that'll be very massive. And that is what, that kind of fits my plan, right? There's people that are going to be retiring very soon, so that strategy doesn't work for them. But in my case, that is my strategy, and I think it's going to work out very, very well. One thing I do want to show you guys is the reason why you should dollar cost average and just invest for the long term. Keep it simple. This is the S&P 500, which tracks the 5 top companies in the US. So if we look on the year to date, you'll see that we are up 7%. That goes all the way to the beginning of January. So if you bought, the S&P 500 back at the beginning of January, you would be up 7%. Of course, we had that huge drop with the tariffs and so around April-ish. So if you had actually bought at the bottom of April, you'd actually be up about a 26%, which is really awesome. I was actually buying, or I was dollar cost averaging every single week here, going down and going down. I was actually probably deploying more money here when it was going down more, and as it started recovering, I've been dollar cost averaging and continue to accumulate shares, and I'm up pretty massive up on my portfolio. We did hit like a low of $250,000, and we're up in the $331,000 now, guys. And I've been just dollar cost averaging. I don't panic. I look at it as a great discount, which I'm buying other people's shares when they're panicking. So that's great for me. But if you just dollar cost average in the long term, it does pay off. If we look at the 1 year, you'll see it would be 12.79%. If you look at the 5 year, you'd be up 100.62% in the green on your investments on S&P 500. In total, of course, you guys can just see this trend going upward. So it's definitely the best thing is just dollar cost average. Invest in the S&P 500, continue to buy in the red and the green, no matter what the market's doing. If there's volatility, and obviously if there's a nice pullback, deploy more money, and guys, it's gonna pay off. Of course, that's if you're not invested in risky stocks, but majority that we're talking about the S&P 500 or blue chip companies. Let's go ahead and look at the QQQ just so you guys can see the same process here. If we look at the year to date, this is up about a 9.01%. Of course, if you look back in April, which I guess the bottom in April for this was April 8th. So you'd actually be up, if you bought at the very low, you'd be up you'd be up 33.69% in the green. Awesome return there. And of course, guys, just dollar cost average, it's going to be the best. But if we look at the portfolio, guys, here, you'll see that the portfolio is at $331,817.61. All those decisions of dollar cost averaging have paid off, and they will continue to pay off because that is what I'm going to continue to do. If we do look at the year to date, we are up 59.92%, which is $124,330.38. I believe I have about $100 and something thousand here. Actually, if I show you how much I have actually invested, I've invested $136,151.84. We can actually probably, I'm gonna go ahead and actually change this to 26 just so it pulls in everything. I've invested from the year of today, or I guess this year of 2025, I've invested $9,300 so far. Majority of that income came in during the pullbacks when back in March and April I was deploying more money buying shares, and of course guys, you guys can see that it is getting paid off. We are actually, I guess we hit the 300k mark back in May 12th of 2025, and we're going for 400k. We'll see how long that takes. It's gonna be a huge awesome milestone for us, but as you guys can see, you'll see that that's on the 2-year change, right? So if we look at the 1 month, we are up 5.67%, which is about $17,800. If we look at the year to date, which is kind of one of the nice factors here, we're up 18.86%. So that is $52,660.32, and this is all from dollar cost averaging, guys, and reinvesting those dividends. It does pay off in the long term. If we look at the positions, we are up in the green by $72,484.61, which is about a 27.95%. We have about 10 cents and ready to invest, so we can't really do much with that. But these are my current positions. I've been trying to accumulate Alphabet. I've also been wanting to buy Amazon, but I've just been scooping up Google, and you know, we're gonna hopefully get this to 400 shares. We'll see how long that takes. And then we have SCHD here, guys, 275 shares, which, you know, comes out to be about those $331,000. Portfolio performance, we are in the green by $113,717.76. Rate of return was about a 54.95%. If we look at the projected income on the next 12 months, it is $1,779.15. That's averaging about $148.26 monthly. Not a huge you know, income there, but long term, guys, this will continue to grow and grow. Normally our 3rd month of the quarter is our biggest dividend month. And then if we look at the transactions for history, the custom one's not working, so we had to do the last 7 days. So on the 30th of June, the SCHD dividend that paid us got reinvested, and it was $71, or I guess it didn't get reinvested, but it got paid out. They paid us $71.01. That same day, I went ahead and bought Google. I bought almost $200. I bought 1.12 shares at $177. And guys, the drip on SCHD hit, and then it bought, or I guess it dripped 2.68 shares at $26.45, which next quarter we should get more and more, because those 2.68 shares are working harder for us now. This was the $200 deposit where I bought Google, and then Nvidia paid us a whopping $1.33. It did drip back into itself, which bought 0.0083 shares at $160. So cannot complain there, guys. Playing it pretty easy, pretty simple. Don't really have to invest a lot of time in my portfolio, which is really nice, especially because I'm pretty busy right now. If we do look at the account here, we can kind of go over here to settings, so we can kind of see how much we grew the dividend snowball this week. So let's go ahead and jump over to Empower so we can grab the latest version of our portfolio that contains all the purchases from this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, we're at Empower. On my Schwab account, you'll see this green button called Copy Holdings. Click on it, copies the content of my portfolio, which then we can right click over here to pay special values only. Now we can go over here to holdings. This is actually an old snapshot of my portfolio. Doesn't have, so once we go over here to portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings, this will get wiped. It'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted. So let's go ahead and click on it, give it a second or two, and there it's working. Everything's being auto calculated here, guys. And if we look projected dividend yield, it stayed the same at 0.52 0.52%. Yield on cost, same thing, 0.66%. And then yearly income here, that is $1,722.67. We did go up about what, $3 or so. And then on a monthly, $143.56 compared to $143.26, which I guess I auto copied something. So yeah, $143.26. Weekly, $33.13 compared to $33.06. So we did go up about 7 pennies every week now. And then daily, guys, we are making 1 more penny, so $4.72. And then hourly, we're still making 20 cents every single hour that goes by. And then hourly work wage, guys, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of 83 cents. We're going to try to get this the minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes. That'll be an awesome milestone to achieve. But guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this update. Don't forget to subscribe with the notification. Drop a big thumbs up on the video. Helps out the channel a lot. I definitely appreciate it. If you stuck all the way to the very end, let me know by dropping a hashtag SPY for the S&P 500, and I'll know you guys stuck all the way to the very end. But yeah, guys, we are up in the green. The S&P 500 is in the green. The QQQs are in the green. Hopefully you were dollar cost averaging the way down, the way up, and in the long term, guys, it pays off to be invested in dollar cost average and avoid all that negative talk and you know, take opportunities there. But I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.